Welcome back, my dear students. So today's class we are going to see the remaining numericals associated with the design of a singly reinforced section. So the question: design a singly reinforced rectangular beam 4-meter effective span subjected to a dead load of 15 kN per meter and a live load of 12 kN per meter. Use M20 concrete and 250 grade steel. The beam is supported on brick masonry of 20 centimeter thickness. So you are given the question, the dead load acting on the beam as well as the live load acting on the beam. The dead load may be some permanent loads which is being kept above the beam, and the live load is the load that is acting. And you are given the grade of concrete as M20 and grade of steel as Fe 250 grade steel. It is given the brick masonry of 20 centimeter thickness is used to support the beam. So here we will start with assumption on the width of the beam, that is you are given 20 centimeter thick brick masonry. So you can take the width of the beam as well as width of the beam also as 20 centimeter, so that we will start assuming the width of the beam as 20 centimeter. So we will write, we will take B is equal to 200 mm. Now you have, based on your deflection criteria, the L by D ratio for a simply supported beam. Here the beam support is given as support, simply support. The beam is support on a brick masonry. We will assume it as simply supported. For L by D ratio for a simply supported beam as 20, that is your 20. But for a beam we will take generally between, usually we will take between 10 and 15. So here I'll assume an L by D ratio of 12. So considering the practical aspects, we will take between 10 and 15. The maximum allowable is L by D ratio is 20. Based on your IS 456, based on the deflection criteria, we will get L by D ratio as 20. But as the practical consideration, we will go from 10 to 15, and I will take an L by D ratio of 12. Based on that, I'll get D is equal to 4000 divided by 12. I'll get it as 333 mm, which I'll round off it to 350 mm. Now I'll assume an overall effective cover of 50 mm, which means I will get an overall depth of 400 mm. That is small d, that is 350 plus 50 mm. 50 mm I'll assume an effective cover of 50 mm for a beam. I'll get an overall depth of 400 mm. Now the calculation of loads. The calculation of loads, it's first one is the self weight of the beam per meter length. That is, we have the self weight of the beam acting. We will take it for meter length. That is 0.2, that is the width of the beam, into 0.4, that is the overall depth of the beam, into 25, that is the unit weight of concrete. You will get it as 2 kN per meter. In the question, it is given the dead load acting on the beam is 15 kN per meter, and the live load acting on the beam is 12 kN per meter. So the total load you will get it as 29 kN per meter. That is 12 plus 15 plus 2, that you will get it as 29 kN per meter. Now this is the load which is being acting on your beam, that is which is the load acting, working load, that is on the beam. So in order to design it, we need to find the factored load. That is, for factored load we are considering the dead load and live load. Dead load and live load, which means the factor of safety is 1.5. Factor of safety is 1.5. So we'll get it as factored load is equal to 1.5 into 29, that is 43.5 kN per meter, which means the factored moment, that is the maximum moment which is acting, WL square by 8, that is 43.5 into L is 4 square divided by 8, you will get it as 87 kN meter. Now we will check for D minimum, that is D minimum is equal to root of mu by q FCKB. That is, if this section corresponding to is assumed as a balanced section, then what is the depth required? That is D minimum. So D minimum you will get it as 383 mm, which means your D minimum is greater than the D provided. We have provided a D which is 350 mm. We have provided D as 350 mm, and D minimum we got it as 383 mm, which means the D minimum provided is greater than D. So the section is not an under reinforced section, it will be an over reinforced section. So we cannot design it as an over reinforced section. So what we do is we will redesign the section by increasing the depth of the beam. These things happen because initially we assumed an L by D ratio based on our assumption, based on a practical. So this assumption, based on this L by D ratio, this depth is not sufficient. So what we do here is, again we will assume, or we will increase the depth of the section. We will increase the depth of the section, effective depth of the section as 400 mm. Before it was 350, now we have increased to 400 mm, and we will get an effective depth assuming and we'll get an overall depth assuming an effective cover of 50 mm as 450 mm. So your new effective depth is 400 and your overall depth is 450. We had done this because we got this D minimum less than D, so the section is an over reinforced section. So in order to make sure that your D minimum is less than the D provided, we will redesign the section. That is, we will now assume the depth, overall effective depth as 400 and overall depth as 450, and we will try again. So the same thing has to be done. That is, you need to now the dead load per meter length, that is your self weight, has changed. Since the overall depth has changed, the self weight has changed. So we need to do the calculation for load again. So you'll get the calculation of load. You'll get the self weight of the beam per meter length as 2.25. The load as same as 15 and live load as 12 kilonewton per meter. You'll get the total load as 29.25, which means your factored load is equal to 29.25 into 1.5. You'll get it as 43.875 kilonewton per meter. From there, you will calculate the factored moment, that is WL square by 8, that is 43.875 into 4 square divided by 8. You will get it as 87.25 kilonewton meter. Now again, you will check for D minimum because you have assumed here the 400 effective depth you have assumed here. So again, you will go for checking the effective depth, that is D minimum. You will check here. You will get the D minimum as 385 mm, which is less than the depth provided. That is, it is less than the D provided. That is your, this D provided is your 400 mm. That is less than 400 mm, which means I can say the section is, the beam is an under reinforced section. So if the beam is an under reinforced section, the equation for finding AST, that is mu, I can write it as 0.87 Fy AST into D minus 0.42 XU. So I'll write it as 87.5 into 10 raised to 6 is equal to 0.87. Fy here is 250 and AST into 400 minus 0.42 XU. I could write as equating tension is equal to compression. I could write as XU is equal to 0.87 Fy AST divided by 0.36 FCKP. So I have substituted this value, that is 0.87 Fy AST divided by 0.36 FCKP. You'll get this in this form. That is, I'll get this as in this form equation. That is, I'll rearrange it and I'll write it in the form of an quadratic equation, where I will get the value for AST as 5049.52 mm square or 1255.89 mm square. I will select the smaller value, that is, I will get the AST required as 1255.89 mm square. So this is the AST required. Now I'll check for my AST max and AST minimum. The AST maximum is 0.04 BD. I'll get it as 3600 mm square, and AST minimum is 0.85 BD divided by Fy. I'll get it as 272 mm square, which means it is safe. This AST required is fine, corresponding to your IS specifications. So I am assuming 20 mm diameter bars. So the number of bars required is equal to total area divided by area of one bar. I'll get it as 3.99. I'll round it off to 4 bars. So if I am sketching the design diagram, I'll get it like this. So I'll get the overall depth as 450 mm, width as 200 mm, effective depth as 400, and effective core as 50 mm. And I'll be providing 4 numbers 20 mm 5 as the tension reinforcement. So I hope you are clear with the design of a singly reinforced section. So till now we have studied the analysis and design of a singly reinforced section. So from the next lecture onwards, we will be seeing the design of a doubly reinforced section. So there you need to understand what is it and what do you mean by doubly reinforced section, the analysis part of a doubly reinforced section, and the design part of a doubly reinforced section. Thank you.